footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich. That's Emery Hunt Azar, the playbook, bringing you an off-season team outlook for the Dallas Cowboys, who are 11-5 and own the 27th overall pick in the 2010 NFL Draft. So a lot of people high on Dallas and the steps they've taken, especially getting the monkey off their shoulder after winning that playoff game, first one in a while. So a lot of people like what they return. Miles Austin, restricted free agent. You know they're going to keep him after his Pro Bowl season. Defense, Marcus Spears, a free agent, and Gerald Sensabaugh, their safety. What is their top need?
I think their top need is interior offensive line. Right guard play with Montre Holland was terrible. But they need a guard. Also, they need a tackle as well, too. So the interior offensive line and outside tackle is the key need for the Cowboys.
Colombo got injured late. Doug Free was filling in for him. Opposite of Holland is a good guard, and Leonard Davis, who's found his position after he was playing tackle.
Exactly.
So
they need a guard and a tackle.
Flozell Adams, he got injured, and when he was out, it was problems. You saw what Minnesota did to them in the playoff game.
Right.
So which tackle needs to be replaced here?
I'll say left tackle.
Left tackle. So that's a key one.
Right.
Romo's blind side right there.
Got to protect Romo's blind side. I say left tackle because that is key. That left tackle in the guard spot, you have to replace Holland. Interior line has to get replaced. A second need, I think they need go on defense. They need cornerback. A third cornerback will probably.
I was going to say you sold on Jenkins and Newman.
I like Jenkins. I like Jenkins a lot. Physical corner, brash. I like his game. It's a third cornerback that was really getting abused, Skandrick. So they do need another cornerback, a guy that can mix it up physical. You look at a guy maybe in the second round, like a Moore from Vanderbilt, guy that's 6'2", big physical guy that can play corner, play in the SEC, so he played against top competition. So that is another key that they need to, address. And they need a safety, as well too. They do need a safety back there. Let's not kid ourselves. Teams are gassing those guys deep down the middle of the field, so they do need a safety as well.
And offensive side of the ball, they might get Antonio Cromartie for Tashard Choice, so that could be one of the cornerback positions. But they'll still have Felix Jones and Marion Barber. Talked about their offensive line and Romo and the receivers. They're there.
I would keep Choice and Jones and let Barber walk. I think a guy like Barber can easily be replaced with just a banger. You just get a guy, let's say you get a Gerhardt, somebody like that, a guy that can really play tackle. Right, but you look at the most explosive guys they have in that backfield, it's Choice and Jones. You keep those two guys, you let Barber walk. And Barber really hasn't been healthy the last 2 years, so, he's pretty much made himself, expendable, so you really can get rid of him. But back to defense, they do need a defensive tackle. I think Ratliff is playing a little bit out of position. He'd probably be better suited at the end spot when they let Spears go. I don't think they're going to sign Spears, but they need another nose tackle in that 3-4.
And what about wide receiver depth? You're sold on Roy Williams. He came on strong in the playoffs because he was dropping a lot of balls during the regular season. They got Austin, Patrick Creighton. They ain't getting any younger. And they got Witten and Martellus Bennett, which is a nice tight end core. Right,
tight end is solid. Wide receivers on the flanks are solid. I think they need a slot receiver. So this is where middle of the round you can get somebody, middle of the draft you can get somebody, like a Gilliard in the third round. You get you one of those guys like that, a slashing type guy with speed that can stretch the middle or go across the underneath and tear up the zones underneath. So you want to get a guy that's a slasher type, a slot receiver.
And defensive line, you think Jay Ratliff better at DN, so that's a pretty hard position to find at 3-4 is that nose tackle.
Because with Spears, I don't think they're going to resign Spears. They're pretty much unhappy with Spears throughout his time there with the Cowboys. So they do need a defensive lineman in the draft. They can get that. It's tough to find. You look at a guy like Tyson, the guy, the DN out of Cal. There's another guy you can look at getting. He's a 3-4 type of end. So there's some draft needs they need to look at throughout the draft. We look at guard, tackle, corner, safety, and defensive line, whether it be DN or nose tackle.
It will be very interesting to see what Jerry Jones does this offseason. For more, visit footballgameplan.com or visit youtube.com/footballgameplan.